Kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Escondido in Southern California. Today was a bit of a dreary day, very cool today. Oh, my clock's switched over to Celsius. Interesting. I have a little clock here next to my laptop, and although it's not yet on the right time, it's an atomic clock, and I had to reset it because it was like 5 minutes off, which I thought maybe actually my phone needs a new battery. But anyway, but somehow it has switched over to Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. So, but I have it sitting next to my laptop because I was getting on Zoom calls with people and totally losing track of time. And when I'm in Zoom, I can't see the clock on my computer, and the closest clock to me is over there. Well, when you're talking with somebody, you don't want to keep doing like this because then they'll think that you're trying to get rid of them or something. And I have my phone on the other side of the dining area, sound off, face down, so I can't even see if somebody messages me. And so I thought, well, I need to have something. So I found my little portable atomic clock here, and it now sits here next to my laptop. And I just realized it's in Celsius, but it hasn't reset or anything. So see how that goes. Anyway, so how was your Martin Luther King Day? Did you get the day off, or did you have to go to work? I did a bit of both, because I did a bit of both yesterday, so I did a bit of both today. We went out and we did some errands today, and it was so funny. Zeffie was hilarious. She's sitting on the back. She's actually getting a lot better traveling in the car now, and so she sits there and she sits there so beautifully and just looks out the window, or she'll lay down and go to sleep. Well, I happened to be at a traffic light at one point, and I turned back just to see how she was doing it. She's sitting there, but leaning against the back seat, and her head keeps going. It was so cute, and then she actually fell asleep there, and then her legs just kind of gave way, and she just sort of like slumped down into the seat. And it's times like that I wish I had somebody else in the car with me to take those sorts of pictures, because she was so adorable. She was so cute, sitting up while she was asleep, and then her legs she got so deep in her sleep, her legs just gave out, and she just ended up laying down. Very, very cute. So I've got to figure out a way to take pictures while I'm driving, where I'm not using my phone. Maybe I'll get a video camera. But then from now on, it's going to be in the RV. It's going to be in the RV anyway. So, but I would like to say thank you to everybody who has been sending me private messages about my upcoming road trip and saying, hey, when are you coming here? When are you coming here? Feel free to come park in our driveway and all of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And I don't know when I'm going to be in your backyard or in your driveway, as I've been telling people, because right now I'm concentrating on the California to Florida portion, and I am going across the Route 10. So for all of you in Texas who have been texting me and also that, I am in El Paso, San Antonio, and Houston are the three main cities that I'm hitting on the I-10. And then I don't know what the next one is. Still waiting on the one on El Paso, so I think I'm going to go to a different motor camp. So tomorrow I'm going to look for a different camp in El Paso, because the one I had booked at hasn't responded to say whether or not they've got my reservation or whether it's approved. So I can't plan anything else until I get that approval back. So I'm going to try calling them tomorrow, because they were closed today. And then I will, if I don't get a response from them tomorrow, then I am going to find another place in El Paso to go stay. And then from then on, So once I leave Florida, then I'm going to start looking people up and that sort of thing. So the bit to Florida is going to be kind of a quick, because I'm only doing 2 nights in places to make sure I get there in time. Sorry, I got coconut. What did I eat coconut? What was I saying with coconut? Because it was coconut between my teeth. Now it's gone. So I apologize for picking my teeth then. So the trip along the I-10 is going to be 2 nights in each place across to Florida. Once I get to Florida, or actually as I'm doing that road trip, I'm going to start planning the next leg, which will be going up the eastern seaboard. So I'll be going up through Florida, Georgia. Jeepers, I can't remember. I used to live in that area. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, all up around there, up into New England area. So that's going to be the next leg after the Florida leg. And then I'm going to be zigzagging across the northern states. And I'll be in Colorado Springs for the month of June. Okay, so that's what I know now. Will that change? Most likely, except the California to Florida leg. But that's all. So I had a really cool conversation. I've been doing these, as most of you know, I am part of Polka Dots, and so one of the things we like to do there is we like to do these connects, which is basically a one-on-one, or it could be with 2 or 3 people at a time. You get on a Zoom and just talk about how you get to know each other, hence the need for a clock next to my laptop. because we get into really, really great conversations. And so I was talking with Heather from Wisconsin today, and we had an amazing conversation. I learned all about 4-H, which I thought at some point was just related to like animals. But no, I've learned there was a whole slew of things, just about anything that a kid wants to do from their first year of school all the way through to their last year of school. They can do all sorts of different crafts and, hang on, I wrote it all down, food and drama and raising animals. There's woodworking, scrapbooking, quilting, you name it, it's in there. And she and Heather herself did crochet for that. But her son is raising pigs as one of the things, and he's also done woodworking, and I can't remember what else she said because I didn't write that down. But talking about pigs. But her son is going to be 16, and he is starting his own maple syrup business. And I was like, that is so cool. And so we're talking about a conference she went to recently about a maple syrup conference, all about they had to do it. They went to a school that had to talked about the grading of the maple syrup, and they had to do all this tasting of maple syrup. And I'm like, oh, that would have been sickly sweet. But then I remembered back when I was at Northern Virginia Community College doing my associates, that we had food prep 101, and one day we had to do oil and fat tasting. It was picking up the little plastic stick or taking the little cup, drinking the oil, or swilling the oil or the fat, eating saltine crackers in between. We're told not to drink cold water because it would have solidified the fat on our tongues and all that sort of stuff. And there were some people who were violently ill during that one. I was not one of them. I swilled and spat. I didn't swallow, swilled and spat. But we got to taste all sorts of different oils, different flavored oils, vegetable oils. Then there was different fats we had to taste as well. It was gross. But I imagine that maple syrup probably would be good for the first couple, and then it's sort of like, oh, these are all too sweet. I'm finding that chocolate's still okay. It's dark chocolate I have to go for because it's not as sweet as milk chocolate. But I kind of feel like I'm losing my sweet tooth a little bit. Every now and again I get a sweet craving, but then there's times it's sort of like, yeah, no. Like when I whip up heavy cream, I used to put like confectioner's sugar in there to sweeten it up. Well, that now I put in protein powder, which doesn't have any sweetener in it, and so it's kind of like not as sweet. I don't know. Times of taste buds change. But anyway, so I was learning about pigs today. So Heather was telling me about how her son, before they go to competition and stuff, has to shave and polish his pig. Now we're talking about a 300-pound pig gets shaved and polished. And there's different clippers. There's clippers for the body hair, and then there's clippers for the facial hair. I just found this absolutely fascinating. And I was like, why? And and then they have to put, and they also have to put sunscreen onto the pigs as well to protect them because they do get sunburnt. But then once they are, I'm just looking at my notes here. I'm cracking up because I know what's coming up. But once they get to the competition, they're kept under shade and everything else. They don't have to worry about the sunscreen. But then they use a, where did it go? They use a sheen, oh, I had it. I thought I'd written it down here. They actually use this polishing stuff to put on the pigs. And everybody has their own thing that they use. And this one was a sheen to shine or something. But the reason that they polish up the pigs before they take them into the ring for judging is because it shows the muscle definition and the shape of the muscle. It shows it better. And I thought, who knew? So it was a very interesting conversation that I had with Heather today about maple syrup, 4-H, and showing pigs, where you've got to shave them and polish them with this sheen stuff so you can show their muscle definition and the shaping of their muscles better. But here's this one just cracked me up because I had a friend, Becky, who the other day posted a picture of a 5-pound bag of mini marshmallows and said, what do you do with a 5-pound bag of mini marshmallows? My response was, you make mini s'mores. And she said, like 5 pounds of them. I said, well, you just get some friends over. You can't eat just one s'more. You got to have several, and they're mini, so it's not so bad. You just need a lot more of them. But I found out a good use for a 5-pound bag of mini marshmallows. So Becky, if you're watching this, to train a pig to walk where you want them to go and everything else, you put a trail of marshmallows. You use marshmallows to train them to walk along where you want them to walk and everything else. Like giving dogs treats to when you train a dog, you give dogs treats. When you're training a pig, you give it marshmallows. That's what I found out today. And they said they even like will put a marshmallow on a stick and hold it up in front of the pig, in front of the pig's snout, so it will hold its head up instead of being down on the ground eating the marshmallows. They actually lead it with a marshmallow on a stick round the ring and everything, or wherever they want it to go, so it holds its head up, so it gives it a better form and a better look. And then at the end of the judging, they get to eat their marshmallow that was on the stick. So I found a bit. So Becky, if you're watching, 5 pounds of mini marshmallows are good for training pigs. There you go. But you never know. I love these conversations. I love meeting all these people in the polka dots that I'm having these connections with. We have incredible conversations, and I'm learning so much. I get pages of notes because I sit here and I'm taking notes during the time that we're talking about interesting things that I learned. Like today, I said it was all about the pigs. Pigs and 4-H and crochet we talked about as well, because we both have a love for that. And Heather's into crocheting dishcloths right now, and I'm like, dishcloths. Yeah, I could probably do with some of those. Might have to go see if the yarn store has the cotton that you use for the dishcloths on sale. You never know. And take a break from doing the blankets. I'm almost finished. I've got 2 blankets I'm almost finished with. So we were talking about that. So it was a great conversation, and I totally forgot to silence my phone, which is sitting over there, but it just dinged. But anyway, great conversation. Love having these conversations with my polka dot people, and I'm also doing the same with my people in my Platinum Inner Circle mastermind group that I'm with as well. We just do these one-on-ones, and it's just basically getting to know the people. Yes, we get to know that we talk about their business as well and how best we can refer them. So Heather's job, what she does is that she will help you get your resume ready. You may not be looking for a job right now, but you want to keep it updated for in case you get laid off or anything like that. But she helps you, also helps you fill out the online forms, because some people are sort of like, look, I'm qualified for the job, but I didn't get an interview, I didn't get a call back. And it's because of the way they filled out the online form. So she helps you with that as well. So it's very interesting business. I didn't realize it was such a big business out there. But apparently it is. And so she says, she's looking for people who are possibly thinking of looking for another job or in the process of looking for another job before they get to the panic stage of being laid off, and then they're like panicking, and when they get to the panicking stage for being laid off and stuff, they're not thinking clearly or anything else, and they might be missing something. So she does help those people too. But you know, when did you last update your resume? And if you want to get in contact with Heather, just let me know and I will put you in contact with her. She's a really cool lady, and she said she even offered me her to go park at her place for a couple of nights or for a week and help train pigs. I thought that would be so cool. Go help train pigs for a week. And I'm not afraid of farm work. I have been around farms growing up. We had relatives who had dairy farms, and we had family friends who had a dairy farm as well. So and there's nothing like fresh milk out of a cow. Oh, that was so good, nice and rich and creamy, and it was warm. Those were the days. And now they won't let you. Yes, Robin, train pigs. You got to train pigs for the 4-H because you need them to walk. You got to train them on walking and that sort of stuff. So it was very interesting learning about training pigs. So I'm actually considering going and spending some time with them in Wisconsin on my road trip and learning more about pigs and how to train pigs. So I thought that would be something really cool because, you know, I've been training Zeffie, and although tonight I have cleaned up a lot, my living room area looked like a disaster zone. There were toys everywhere, and one of her toys, she had ripped all the stuffing out, so there's these clumps of stuffing all over the place. She had taken the squeaker out, separated the squeaky bit from the ball bit of the squeaker, and had them in 2 separate places. So that's all been cleaned up now, and now she's in her crate sleeping. I'm just like, yep, she's definitely sleeping. She's even got her back end towards me. It's in her do not disturb me. But yeah, so she did really well in the car today. We didn't have any issues with her having any car trouble at all. But I wish I got a picture of her when she was asleep while sitting up. It was so cute. Just so cute. Her head just bowed down, her eyes closed, and then her feet just sort of slowly buckling underneath her as she fell deeper to sleep. And Yeah. But yeah, so I'm all about going to go train pigs while I'm on. So I'm looking for fun stuff to do while I'm on my road trip. So if you are, let me know of fun things in your place to come and see and do and try. Yeah, that's a good one. Fun things to see and do and try in the area where you live. So I'm going across the I-10 to Florida. I leave on February 3rd. I'm only staying 2 nights in each location. So let me know of fun things in the area. So if you live along the I-10, let me know. Then I'm going to go up the Eastern Seaboard and I'm going to zigzag across the northern states and Canada. So let me know about those areas, what I can stop and see and do, try my hand at. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be an awesome, awesome experience. I'm sort of like, I know we're going to have I'm just so excited because we're going to have an amazing trip. Zeph and I are going to get into almost all sorts of trouble and adventures. Well, good trouble on a good scale, not the other end of the trouble. So we're going to do the good side of trouble. We're going to get ourselves into all sorts of great adventures and have a blast. And yes, I will be Facebook Living. I'm still going to keep Facebook Living even though my 365 days expires while I'm on the road. That's okay because I'm going to keep going. I'm having so much fun doing these each day. But if you are in an area where you know I'm going to be coming, or you have suggestions so that I might detour that way, then let me know. I'm open to suggestions as well, except for the California to Florida bit. I-10, that's set. The rest of it is still up in the air as to what's happening. I know I'm going to be in Arkansas at some point because I've got to go visit my friend Jason and his wife Brittany. I've been promising them that I would do that. Oh, and I decided to have Chinese tonight for dinner. So my little fortune said, speak from the heart. Isn't that cool? Speak from the heart. I always try to speak from the heart. I always try to lead with the heart rather than the head. Although sometimes that gets me in trouble. Gotta lead with the head sometimes, I think. I have to think on that one more. But anyway, I'm done. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. Heck on era.